help His Excellency get on camera. Thank you very much, Mumbi. Thank you very much.
Is that going to be possible, Mr. Quiga? I can see she's below 1,000.
Oh, she's
Yeah, but we have so many people here. They can follow her. Afiki 1,000 light.
thank you. Okay, thank you very much. And after that, we can get engaged in our debate tonight. And before we get there, I'll tell you, we wanted to do things the Mrima way, but from what we are getting, we have in our language, so when we thought we would be the Mrima, our friends from Western Nyanza, everywhere, they're the people who are even more into meeting you than we are. And that is why for tonight, we shall have two sessions. The first session will be conducted in Kiswahili and English. Then, after the first session, we will have the honor of having our people who really have been looking for you, who will engage us in any language, depending on who will be there. Whoever will be there, then we shall engage them in that time. And thank you and welcome, His Excellency.
Thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity to say good evening to all the viewers and those present in this meeting across the world, and say good morning to those of us who are here in Kenya. I am very delighted to get this opportunity to engage with Kenyans across the world to discuss about our country, our motherland, a country that we love, a country that we cherish. We have no other country other than this one. And it is very critical that we get an opportunity from time to time to engage citizens about their country, about their lives, about their future, because continuous engagement is a good practice all over the world. So I am really looking forward to this discussion, and I'll be able to take questions on any topic, and I'll be able to, in a very truthful manner, give you a candid response of what is my insight, what is my thinking, and again to discuss the state of our nation, where we are as a country, where we are as a people, and what is going on in our country, and what we think you people in the diaspora can do to make our country better, to improve the lives of our people, and to make this country a better place to live in. So thank you very much, and I look forward to this discussion.
Thank you very much, His Excellency. During our engagements, we realized that our people almost they know what they need, they know how the country is, they know what is happening in the world, and we got a panel of a few people, because we could not, if we were to ask, each and everyone was to ask a question, 2,900 people would be here for the whole week. So our panel came up with a few questions, 7 questions to be precise, that the people, your people, our Kenyans, felt you should be able to address. And those are the first questions that you're going to address in English and Kiswahili. Then we shall have the second session. And I have the honor to introduce C.S. Mumbi, who is one of our greatest supporters. She will be the leading panelist tonight, and will have the honor to take you through the questions. And let me say this, we would appreciate if we took a maximum of 3 to 5 minutes on each question, but you have the liberty to elaborate on whatever question it is, so that you can have the next session, which will be engaging with people and more. So the people in the diaspora who were really worried on what is happening in the country, and I'm sure they will want to engage you. Mumbi, welcome.
Thank you very much, host, for having me this morning and evening this side of the diaspora. I take this chance to welcome everybody. I will be your panelist tonight in diaspora and again in the morning in Kenya. Thank you so much for being with us. People's Deputy President, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua. I also take this opportunity to salute everybody who is on the panel, Gidaiga, Priscilla, and Mercy. Thank you very much for being with us. I will give a brief introduction of how the questions are laid out. Your Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, Your Excellency, the questions are about 10, and they range from politics, education, health, agriculture, economy, and security. You'll have 3 minutes each question. There'll be a question, and in that question, there will be sub-questions. And I'll prompt you so that we stay according to the scheduled time. In case you need a little bit of more time, don't feel pressured. We will be able to accommodate that. What we want is that everybody comes out of this place with clarity, because people are eager to hear what you have to say. We are here for you. We love our country, and we want the best for each and every opportunity that we do have. So thank you very much again for having me, and I hope at the end of the day, we will have accomplished the aim of having this panel. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can we have His Excellency prompt us when he's ready to have you ask the questions?
I'm ready when you are.
Thank you. Movie, go right ahead.
Absolutely. And before we start, I see a request down here that we could start with the national anthem, and then we pick on kindly.
Thank you. I don't know if I already did the national anthem, but we could still do it again. Let me see if
If that had been done and the initial plan was followed through, it would have meant that Kenyans would pay 300 shillings to cover the whole family. As it is, that is not the case. So there has been a lot of problems out. It was rushed, and as it is today, many patients across the country are having problem getting their bills sorted out in hospital. So the idea was very good. The promise was apt, but the implementation has been very, very wanting.
I don't know why His Excellency is begging.
And I think I am of the opinion that we could still go back to factory settings. We could still go back to factory settings, stick to the original plan of improving the NHIF to make it more useful, to make it more affordable, to make it more friendly. And again, we want to urge that when people express themselves and give their opinion as to what they feel about a new program, it is not necessary to say that it is wrong. We can just listen to what people are saying and agree to be corrected where we are wrong, agree to take criticism where it is not working, take those divergent opinions as a strength, incorporate them in the initial idea, and have an improvement of the health program as envisaged in the manifesto.
Okay, well answered. Now, you have clarified that SHA is not delivering the services as required. And I'm sorry, your network was breaking up when you were answering the question. So just to clarify, now that the reality check on ground is that SHA has failed the mass. The question is, with the new administration that you are planning on putting together, will you completely do away with a SHA, or will you rectify it and then sustain it? Now, we have to put into account that all these steps, whichever step that you take, it will incur more expenses. Please, you have about 30 seconds, answer this question.
I think good governance is about listening to the people and taking their input as part of the solution. I don't think doing away with something entirely is the correct thing to do. What is important is to receive the views of all stakeholders, mostly the patients, the doctors, the nurses, the people in the health sector, and the Kenyans themselves. And once that has been done, you will incorporate what they think should be done to improve the program. So I think the most important thing is a commitment to listen to the people, to listen to the stakeholders, and incorporate their views and their suggestions.
Thank you very much. The other question was a concern that the NHIF, there are people who had paid into it quite a large sum of money, and somehow the money disappeared when it came to be transferred to SHA. Are you planning on putting that into account, depending on whatever kind of step you're going to take? And also, if SHA does not work at all, and people don't want it because it's not delivering and we don't know exactly who owns this SHA, what is the next alternative that you have for the mass? Bearing in mind that healthcare is one of the key elements in a society.
In fact, it is true that very serious monies had been paid to NHIF, and nobody thought it necessary or bothered to tell the stakeholders, those who had paid money to NHIF, what happened to their money. If you look at faith-based institutions, the hospitals owned by the Catholic Church, by the PCA Church, and other churches, they owed billions of shillings that was in the former program. But the SHA was just introduced without any consideration, without listening to these people and taking time to explain to them what happened to those monies. There are so many people who had contributed money, and the government is silent about it. At any one time, people raise that matter. They are being accused of being critical, of being insensitive, of fighting the government. Yet that is not the case. The case is people want to know what happened to these monies. So I think that is a serious concern. And in the fullness of time, that is a matter that cannot be wished away. And if the current administration cannot
let me understand. What's happening? Who is this that is managing? Who is doing this? Mary, can we get things back to where we're supposed to be? I'm sorry.
going forward, this is something the people of Kenya at the right time will have to review. Whether you really need to tax people to put up houses that have nothing to do with you. Again, when you look at it, these houses are put up on government land using taxes collected from the people, and then the houses are sold to private people. So you wonder where is the benefit to the public. Those are some of the issues I really had a problem in government by having a divergent opinion and saying that in my own view, the affordable housing program is not a priority for Kenya. It should be left to the private sector.
CS, are you there? I'm trying to manage the timer. Whoever, moderator, okay.
Yes, please. If the moderators could just leave my microphone on, that would be great. So
Yes,
that
yes.
we don't keep on going back and forth in that way. And please, Gedaiga, if you could help us remove that timer, that would be really great. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We've had your stand as far as that is concerned. Now let's go back to the employees who are paying this money towards this fund on an every day basis, because every time they work, the fund is subtracted. Now, in the new administration, can the employees opt out from this contributions?
I think a new administration in Kenya will have a discussion with the people of Kenya, and a new administration will be people sensitive. It will be an administration that listens to the people of Kenya. You cannot force the people of Kenya on a program if they are not interested. You know, many a time I discuss with the President William Ruto, and he will insist that you don't have to do what is popular, you do what is right. And my answer to him many a time was that we govern people. And if the majority of people think what we are doing is not right, you cannot insist that is the right thing to do. So this is something